What's up, guys? My name is Mad Squash 924. I'm back to another episode of the Banner Saga, part 17. And we are leaving what's that, Renivik? And we're going somewhere else. What did I do? Saborn wakes in the pool of his own sick. Why am I surrounded by small people? The other clansman let him sleep off his drunken stupor on the ground, and this morning he's paying the price. Reluctantly, your clansmen offer any food and drink they can scratch together for the moaning Varl. When offers thin mead, he pushes it away. And Vogt, take this away from me, he says, handing you his massive meat stein. Eventually, Sigborg comes to you. I won't get into details, he says. I was supposed to bring those costs from Renivik back to Borsgard. I'll drink maybe half. By accident. Point is, Sigmund continues, entertainable will happen, and I won't tell any more about the maid you got, okay? Trust me on this one. You agree, and get back to track. Alright, so we got an item called Bjorl's Blessing. Hope it's good. The people are pissed, but I don't really have a choice. Don't have the supplies to deal with it, so we'll have to buckle up. A woman's stifled scream fails to overly concern anyone. It was only a matter of time before the expectant mother gave birth. The caravan is simply excited by this first sign of new life since the trip began. Let's congratulate them privately, I guess. I would say call for a day of rest and celebration, but don't have the supplies. You discreetly make your way to the family's tent amidst cheerful clansmen. You give most of your heartfelt congratulations to the parents, telling them how strong the young boy looks. The mother cries, and the father thanks you repeatedly. Yeah. I got renowned for it, so that's good. Alright, back to being pissed off. We see something up ahead. Hopefully we can get somewhere. A well-tended farm with plenty of livestock draws the caravan's attention. Upon your arrival, the farmer and his workers stand defensively within plain sight, crude weapons at the ready. Their crossed arms makes their thoughts clear without a word. Yeah, we'll offer some kind of trade for livestock. No big surprise. You'd be more interested in animals than me and mine, he says and spits. The answer's no. The hubby's been watching you, so none of my loss have just happened to follow you away. We're gonna take it by force. I don't have a choice. The warriors step forward, unsheathing weapons, practically growling. The farmer's men blanch and step aside as you choose, hardy as beasts. The farmer has a sense to say nothing, though the expression on his face stays with you for quite a while, even after you are away. Catch a glance of Alette, who stares at her feet and does not make eye contact with you. To be fair, I have no supplies. I get it, but I have no supplies. I'm gonna also make camp here.
Comes into view.
Because everyone's too pissed off.
Contrasting rich and poor, opportunity and gamble. Our best hope for salvation,
back to
or
good.
our graves.
I need grape. There. Now stop being pissed off, everybody. Oh yeah, you can level. That's great. What is this item that we just acquired anyway? It's a level 5 weapon. Knockback on strength of 3 plus another strength. Huh. That's actually pretty interesting. Especially like the knockback. This one gives me 3 strength and that one don't. Actually, probably be best on Gunulf. Oh, but he needs to rank up. I'll give it to him, I suppose. Anyway, let's leave. I did so we can have some great morale, and that's it. Because we're out of supplies. Again. I needed the supplies just to get our morale back to the goodness of the greatness that it once was. And I managed to do it before I ran out of supplies. That's good. Finally, you arrive at Borsgard, where the walls stretch for miles in both directions, and are littered with the bodies of Dredge, Varl, and men. "Excuse the miss," shouts a voice from above the gates. Looking up, you spy a striking Varl. His face wreathed with matted black hair. Movement at the gate catches your eye. Dredge are still banging on the gate doors without luck. "Let us in!" you shout. Sigmund pushes past. "I won't be hearing the end of this for a while," he says, before yelling. "Open up, Bolvark. They dug me out of Reinavik." You hear a laugh echoing on the wind as the doors creak. A dozen armed men led by the massive arm make quick work of the Dredge and usher you into the city. You may be interested to know that they brought Amanda. You didn't... What voice am I gonna give this guy? "You didn't go get Amanda. Where's the mead?" Sigmund shrugs apologetically. "I guess the Amanda will do. Either we've got a chance now, or we are completely screwed." Emmerich. We've come a long way, some as far as Skogar. Are you in charge here? "In charge of the governor, I suppose. If you have something to tell him, say it now. Otherwise, you're on your own. I don't care where you go, but stirring up trouble is probably the only reason you'll see me again. It won't be to talk. Amanda, come along. We're going to see the governor." Bolverk and Sigmund leave with Ivan, who goes willingly, signaling that he's fine. Fane, this is just like Frostfeller all over again. "This is nothing like Frostfeller. The one in bearskin is probably leading the ravens." Ravens? Is that good or bad? It depends on who they're working for. Hopefully it really is the governor and not someone trying to strong-arm their way to his seat. I guess we wait for Ivan to tell us if he comes back. I'm not worried about Ivan. I'm worried about the army of refugees we brought, who do not belong here. You're probably right. Nobody ever uttered a nice thing about Borsgard, so why now? We'll have to go to the docks and see what our options are, in case we need to leave quickly. Did you know the city guards when we came in? What guards? I have a feeling the ravens are all they've got left. Something serious went down. And when Bellower gets here, he's going to walk right through this place without even breaking his stride. Let's keep that to ourselves for now, so... The docks. Alright. Let's go to the market. 1 mil per kill, that's kind of interesting. Anyway. This is just great. That's fine. We have 15 renown left over. We have 2 days worth of rations. Screw it. When you get to the docks, your heart sinks. Not a long ship to be seen, aside from wrecks. Bodies float in the water, buildings are trashed and boarded up. What happened here? Murmurs Alette. They're all gone, says Ivan, pushing alone. So you had the same thought as me. Ivan, you're okay. I'm fine. Wasn't a lie. The governor is here. He's in hiding. Why? Since the dredge started appearing with a ship and a half of wit left long ago, people can't leave by foot. Food is scarce. The markets are bare. Borsgard is a fire cake waiting for someone to tip it over. So, the governor's paying the ravens to protect him against his own people. And keep the peace, so to speak. It's more like a massacre any time there's a hint of an uprising. Where does that leave us? I promised him the Mendes protection in Aberrang. I don't think he was very popular there. They're going to start tearing this place down to build new ships. We can ride the Warsma River all the way to the capital, leaving another perfectly good city behind. How long will it take to build new ships? Hold on. What happens to the people living in Borsgard? That's the best I could do. You thought it could take as long as a month. A month. Words are hard. They usually make ships out of scrap lumber. As soon as people figure out what's going on, there's gonna be riots in the streets. A month? Why bother? Bella will be here within the week, if not sooner. I'm open to suggestions. Gods be damned. Is there no end to this? Ivor roars in frustration, leaving you standing by the docks. Alec gives you a worried look before chasing after him. Ivan, what do we do about Bellower? Ivan says nothing for a moment. I don't know. You find Ivor standing on the city walls overlooking the fields outside. Dredge are keeping their distance, but continue to gather. I'm okay, Rook. Ivor cuts you off before you can say anything. You know he's been through worse. Just feels like someone should cut his break every now and then, you know? If I want to be standing a month from now, we're going to have to be prepared. What did you have in mind? First off, our clansmen need a place to stay. They'll get torn into pieces out in the streets. I'll keep an eye on the dredge up here. If they break through the walls, we're done for, so we'll have to keep them back. Could always use a hand with that. We need to know who's controlling what, make sure we get our cut. Food's going to be scarce. And when they start building those ships, we're going to have to keep people away. What a damn mess. I'll do what I can. Ivor explains. I'm leading attacks with Ivan every time the dredge get too close to the gates. Listen, we're going to lose fighters and Varl every day like this. I don't need to tell you what happens if nobody's manning this wall. We could always use the help. Consider what to do now, knowing that any of these tests will likely take a full day. Oh, great. Okay. Well, first things first, I need to find supplies. I checked around, Olive tells you. And nobody has food, or they won't part with it for a fair price. And our medicine has been gone for days. They're either gouging the prices, or it's just been plain gone. She doesn't say, but you can tell this is going to be a serious problem. We're gonna start shaking people down. You join Olive to the biggest meat halls, determined to make some sort of deal. You can tell a few of them have food to spare, but the ample number of bodyguards hanging around makes it clear they don't want to share. You can tell Adleaf is about to snap. We're just gonna fight. I don't care. As you motion to pull your weapon, Adleaf stays your hand. You instead begrudgingly leave, and she says, even if I thought just two of us could take them and run off with a couple of supplies, I have a feeling more people would suffer for it. More people than just us would suffer for it. You figure she's probably right. I mean, what am I supposed to do here? It's fighters. Ivor points out at the dredge along the wall. There's a lot of them. They're getting braver, he says. We lost a fair number of fighters since yesterday. We could use your help if nobody is left to defend the walls. Look, says Oddleaf, approaching. Someone handed me a note this morning. She shows you a slip of paper making back street. Probably from one of those places we visited yesterday. Maybe some misplaced ambush too. Though I can't imagine what they think we have. If we want to check it out, let me know. Alright. I think today we should probably defend the walls. I don't have supplies is the worst part. So I need some stuff. You travel to a deserted back street, and a man soon approaches, confidence in his step. You came looking for quite a lot of food, he says. I can give it to you. I want something too. Let's trade. Olive gives him a suspicious look. We don't need to complicate this, he continues. War's got us little people in it, and we don't all get along. You're not from here, so when you get something that was stolen from me, nobody would came knocking you. You understand? What do you want? It's not what you think, he tells you. Just drinking home makes my great grandfather's. It was stolen. This is worth how much food to you? This is worth how much food to you? That's odd leaf. The man laughs. As much as you're willing to carry. Okay. Good, he replies. And we both win. He marks an area on your map down near the water and scribbles Lowtown next to it. But you doubt that's the real name. Rook, Alif says as you leave. Keep this between us. It seems to call for a light touch, and I really don't have food spreading rumors about how we got the food. We don't even have food yet. Look at all the people we just lost because of what's going on. There's Lowtown. I'm just gonna straight to Lowtown. When everyone sleeps, you go to the house marked on your map, which is an aging meat hall falling apart, but otherwise not out of the ordinary. The door's closed and nobody's around. Excuse me, murmurs Alif. You came all the way from Skogar and we're just wondering if you have a valuable drinking horn, if you don't want one anymore. You give her a grin, you never know. Give me 1 second. You consider your next move. Let's look for another entrance. Just a telltale notch on the roof for smoke to escape. All these you eyeing it. I'll do it, she says, if you give me a boost. The hoist Alif up there, and she crawls lightly across the thatched roof on one of the small holes. She leans in, then ducks back quietly, as if worried about being spotted. After another peek, she nods to you. You get the impression she saw something but is going in anyway. Sure. You nod, she manages to slip herself through the tight hole in the roof and is gone. Several tense minutes later, there are sounds at the door, which is slowly opening. Opens to Alif holding an ornate drinking horn. As the door shuts behind you spy several sleeping men inside. No problem, she says. Looking at the horn, it strikes you as one of the most beautiful things you've ever seen, with golden inlays, intricate carvings, and an unusual wooden base. Something primal makes you want to keep it. Alif notices and says, I wouldn't stop you. We're trading it for food. I don't have a choice. You fight the urge to simply abscond with the horn. People might die of hunger if we don't give this back, you say. Alif nods, though you can tell it's half-hearted. Early next morning, you return the horn to the man in the alley. That's it, the man beams as you hand over the horn. I thought you were going to go back on my promise, he says, but I don't like to complicate things. Come to the market and we'll make sure you get a fair price on what you need. Alright. Oh yeah, look at that. That's so much better. Well, I only needed a month. So... Wow. Look at the supplies. I'm just gonna buy all of them actually then. You know what? Fuck it. Yeah. That's a level 10 item. No, it's level 5 item, but it costs 10. Okay, never mind. Okay, so that is settled. We did that. This is bad, says Ivan, as Ivor points across the battlefield. Aside from the fact that we're up to our necks in dredge, a Stensinger showed up. We've been losing wars left and right. If we don't deal with it, this war will come down by the end of the day. Dad, there's a riot at the docks! Alette runs up to you out of breath. They're trying to smash up the boats! When you calm her down, she says the Ravens are there, but she's worried that things could get out of hand. I kind of have to join Ivor today, I think. That Stonesinger is going to wreak havoc on us if we don't take care of it, Ivor tells you. This will be a rough fight, but we've got to take it down. You ready? Prepare yourself. Hold on a second. Okay. I don't have enough to level anybody up now, do I? Yeah, I only have 7 renown, which is fine, I guess. We have Gunolf, we have them. Oh, we don't have what's his name anymore. The guy I gave the goblet to. He's just gone all of a sudden, which is just not ideal. I could put a lead in. Nope, not right there. Screw it, I'll just take her out. Put her there. What can I give you for an item anyway? 10 crit chance? Sure. Is there anything else I need? Yeah, the thing is gone. That sucks. That's just 2 more strength, huh? I wish I could promote somebody, but I can't really. Everybody has an item? Yep. Alright, let's just go. Alright, let's put you here. You there. You there. Alright. Seeing who has the most damage output. The guy in the back does, for sure. Which is the Stone Singer. If I got here, I could hit him, but... Let's go here. Kills him outright. That doesn't look good. Yeah, I don't know what the hell it's doing, but... Definitely can't be good. That was a good move by him. We do this so we can get some movement going. Of course he got hit. He always does. So anyway, I can... Oh, fine. Shit, that really hurt him. Alright, so what's he doing? I have no idea what he did. He buffed them all? Is that what he just did? Kinda feels like it. Alright, that messed him up. Who goes next? You do. Get you out of the way. takes out the big guy. Kills the small guy too, forgot about him. Damn, there goes Trevigi. I'm worried what that stone singer's gonna do. You can get this kill. Nice. Ooh. Okay. I'm actually gonna move you right here because you can still shoot him. That way, other people can actually jump in right here. I want to try to get a this kill. Because she definitely needs the kills, if anybody. We lost her baby in the fray, but it's okay. You can see them all in the background. Is that Bellower? Jeez. This morning, says Ivor. I saw him. Bellower's here. I think it won't be long now. Ivan leans silently on his staff nearby. One of your clansmen comes to you out of breath. Rook, he says. Things are real bad. Look, there's nothing you can do about it at this point, but a lot of the caravan have been robbed, killed, just disappeared. Those of us have left and gone split up and hide where we can, but wanted you to know in case we somehow pulled through this. He runs off clearly distressed. You grimace, wondering if this could have played out another way. Wow, we lost a lot of people. Let's take a look at the riots. When you get down to the docks, it's pandemonium. Few work on the ships now as the ravens standing over the bodies of people while a huge crowd roars in anger. Bolverk's axes are covered in blood. What happened? You shout, pushing your way through the rioters. What do you think would happen? Responds Bolverk coolly. Didn't take them long to figure out we were building ships right under their noses, so... And they can't have one. You gonna lend a hand or just stand around? We'll fight alongside them, I suppose. You have to act and join the Ravens in pushing people back using only deadly force when you have to. What feels like days later, they finally give up and disperse. Took longer than usual, says Bolverk. Probably be a while before they try that again. You leave feeling like you just slaughtered an army. Well, at least it's done and over with. Ivor, you begin. Can we really keep this up? Ivor looks like he hasn't slept for days. We've lost a lot of fighters, he mumbles. The weight of the situation is, crushing. Then from the far in the distance you hear a horn. Dredge don't use horns. It occurs to you. Ivan appears at your side just as a long caravan of people come into view, Dredge turning to attack them. Who is that? It can't be, says Ivan. He runs towards the gate, shouting, You see the banner? It's Hakon! As you wonder how they got here, the gates are heaved open and you charge into the field, clearing a path through the dredge. Okay. So, with that, that's where we're going to end today's episode of the Banner Saga. Hope you guys all enjoyed. If you guys did, make sure you guys leave a like, leave a comment. Tell me what you think of today's episode, of course. And if you're new to my channel or have been watching me for a little while and you haven't done so, feel free to subscribe to me. Mad Squash 924. And don't forget to ring the bell to get notified of my latest videos. On the next episode, we're going to fight some more Dredge and see Hakon's group finally. We haven't seen Hakon in quite a while, and it's going to be exciting. I'll see you guys all in the next episode. Goodbye.